Hey everyone, so I'm making a video on how to connect ShipRush to Woocommerce. A few steps involved, and I found very little documentation online for how to do that. So I have a client who uses ShipRush as their primary portal for all their orders, and they wanted it on their new WooCommerce site that I built for them. So from the ShipRush account that your client has, you'll want to go into, settings. I'm not sure what your interface will look like. This one even looks a little different than my client's, but basically it's the same. Add a web store. You'll pick your platform. Ours is WooCommerce, so I would pick that. And then it gives you one of these pop-ups depending on what type of platform you use. I got this one right here, the download the WooCommerce plugin, which isn't really a plugin like you'd think it was a plugin. It's a little different. So the instructions are to download the kit, upload it, read the text file, and make appropriate changes to configure that. The instructions can be a little overwhelming when you open up the files and you see so much wording and code if you've not seen PHP before. So I just wanted to make you feel at ease about the steps and know that it's actually not that complicated. So here's my README file. In here, it just tells me what I'm supposed to do. And not a lot of information in here is going to be necessary for you to know. But basically, the installation steps are right here. Unzip this and edit. You can also edit these in your file manager in cPanel, or if you have a WordPress managed site on like GoDaddy, you do have access to the file directory. So you can do those edits here. For today, I'm going to be making these edits on my computer. So one thing you'll have to do is go into your WooCommerce site. Should look like this, into WooCommerce settings, and then over here in advanced. And what you're going to click is a REST API, and you're going to add a key. This will pop up. This would be like a ShipRush test for all sake purposes. I click read and write, generate your key, and you get two keys. You get a consumer key and a secret key. You're gonna copy these. Once these go into like mystery land on the other side, you won't be able to see them again. So take a screenshot, copy them, and put them on a file, however you want to save them so you can access them until you're done with this, just in case you need them. Don't just close out this page. They will go away. So the settings file is this right here, settings. So this particular download came with an a access token already. So I did not have to go through the steps to add the access token. Those are those steps. You don't have to worry about that. If you're doing this for WooCommerce and it's the same thing, your access token should already be added here. This is what's connecting your website to the ShipRush portal. Down here, you're going to need to add your consumer key and your secret key. So you will add a key here, and you will add a key here. Once you do that, my page turns green, but if I go back and forth and come back out, they're there. So you're gonna save these files, and that's it. That's all you have to change on here, okay? Once you have these files and they're saved, where do you add them? So actually, I'm gonna revoke this key real quick because this is just for, so here it says, let's see here. So upload your PHP files to the root directory of your e-commerce system. And I was kind of like, all right, do you want me to upload them to the WooCommerce file, or do you want me to upload them just to the root directory? I was a little unsure, so I did send them an email, ShipRush, and they were nice enough to pretty much respond to me back within 24 hours, which this is where they sent me this documentation. I let them know that I, had my REST API key, my secret key, consumer key, all that. I just was unsure about the files. So basically they just said in the root directory is what it says here. So I just went with that and did that. So over here, I'm in my WooCommerce. WordPress managed. So WordPress managed, even at the highest level, you don't have access to a cPanel. You only have access to the file directory, which is all you need. So in your root directory, you have your standard folders, admin, content includes. And right here, you can see that I uploaded my 4 files. Right here, you don't need to add the README one. I added my 4 files, 1, 2, 3, 4, with my saved consumer key, secret key, and tokens. So once that was added, I simply went back over, and let's see if they don't give a thing for that. Oh yeah, here it is right here. My web store is configured, and I went ahead and did that. And that kind of made everything work together. So is that simple? Don't be overwhelmed by all this PHP. Once the files are loaded in your file directory, you're good. And they literally just go in here. They don't go in the Woocommerce folder or anything like that. They just sit in the root directory. You just press this upload button and they go in there, okay? The other thing you might have to do is you might have to communicate with ShipRush and have them reset or flush the system because some of the clients will be using the toolkit, which is the app, and the app talks to the actual ShipRush website where the information is going to. So I did have to call customer service and make sure everything was working properly, but they're so helpful, and it was really easy for them to just update, you know, kind of like refresh everything for me once everything was set up. And once an order had been placed, once I had added these files and an order had been placed, it did directly go to the ShipRush website for my client. It just needed a little bit of help getting to their toolkit, the app that they use on their desktop. It's like a desktop app. But again, not a big deal. So if you have any questions though, or you run into any issues, please let me know. Happy to try to problem solve if you want to leave a message in the comments. Otherwise, happy coding, happy building.